Hi everyone, I'm Mohit and I'll be your guide for draping. And this is the block for the peg skirt. So I would like you to transfer that block on muslin and pin it and align it well on the form as shown in front of you, the way I'm doing it. Secure the below hip level line and you need to lift the line, the hip level line, a little up and make it more fitted below the hip level, or you can say close to the thigh level, and create a slant angle to the upwards the way I'm doing in this. And you need to lift the hip level line from the back. The grain line will shift from the back as well when you will be doing this. Okay, and then slowly you will start taking pleats on the waistline the way you can actually accommodate that excess into fullness. Basically, the peg skirt means that fullness around the waist and narrower and fitted at the bottom. Okay, peg skirts can be interpreted in different ways. It can be done in the form of pleats, it can also be done in the form of panels and things like that. When you will do and think of a variation in this, you can include panels and you can do more things around it. But for now, for a basic idea, if you see how the hip level line is curving up, the more I'm taking pleats on the waist, it's moving upwards. So you have to do it in this direction. Right now, I'm just trying to tell you that how this is going to happen. But once again, I will show you how the pleating on the waist I will be taking. So after finishing the pleating on the waist, we will start with the cross marking and the directions will be the same. We will start with the side seam cross point from the waist. We do cross marks on the pleats so that we know where are we folding over these pleats on. Okay, also make sure you take another cross mark where is actual hip line is falling, because now your hip line has been curved and shifted up. So you take a new cross mark for your original hip line for matching the waist, matching the hip from the back. Also take the vanishing points and take cross marks over there also, because you need to transfer this into a pattern and your pattern needs to have all the markings of the length of the pleats, how long they are falling, and for how wide you need to create the, so they are more like darts which are converted into pleats, so you need to actually After removing it from the dress form, you need to convert them into the form of darts. Okay, take the dot mark for the waist and you will yourself realize that the skirt is moving towards in a narrow direction, if you can see it in the image. So now we are almost done with our most of our markings. We can just cross check what all is left. Waist dot marks are important because that's how we will take the waist shaping. Okay, let the pins be there at the vanishing points, because once you will remove that, uh, or you should have a marking over there, because if you will remove it you might not have it over there. Also, what am I trying to do in this is I'm trying to let the pleats be there. So I'm not removing the pleats completely right now. I'm letting the pleats be there so that maybe after removing it from the dress form, if any dot mark is left while transferring it on the flat lay, we can still see, because sometimes on the dress form we end up losing on markings. All right, so now I'm going to remove the test fit, the draped test fit from the dress form and take it on a flat lay and start doing the chewing part. And it is going to be pretty similar how we used to do. So the marking is going to be pretty same like how we used to do. We will start with making the dart legs, and then we are going to through the we're gonna pleat them back again, like we were doing it on the dress form, so that we can make the truing of the waist. Then we will work on the side seam, and after side seam we will gonna do the waist marking and take the seam allowance and chop it off. I will be doing a little more shortcut method right now, but since you know how the technically how one should work, because I'm doing it on the sake of demonstration, but you guys need to do it practically and technically correct, since you will be transferring it on a paper pattern and then on the main fabric, so you don't need to be wrong. For me right now it's just the test fit and a demonstration idea, so I might be doing it pretty fast. Here again I'm going to show you a quick step and procedure for making a basic skirt back pattern, and I'm using a single dart manipulation right now to do this, and it's going to be pretty the same way how we have done a basic skirt. So I'm attaching with the peg skirt. The front is going to be a pegged, but the back I'm keeping it basic because I want to give a fit in my design from the back, and I want to give fullness only in the front. So this is one of my basic patterns, so you can try this. So now the usual way we're gonna through the back as well and make it match and overlap with the front and attach it with the front the way we do. So the instructions are pretty much the same. There are certain things I might be skipping just for the sake of demonstrations, but you try and cater that. Like for example, I might be pleating the dart, the entire dart, but you'd remember that you have to keep the drop point, the dropping of the dart for the ease, is important, which you need to also take. So here is our basic peg skirt is ready, and you can see the hang of it. It's fitted from the bottom, and it's fuller at the hip, and in the front the fullness is there. The second pin which I have put it over the pleats is basically you can also stitch it up down like a top stitch till there, and you can let rest of it to be free. Thank you.